Cancer, hi. So this is going to be a reading for February 12th through the 18th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Cancer. All right, the overall energy for the reading, the Page of Swords. You're moving ahead slowly but surely, one day at a time. There's not a lot of commotion in the sense of, oh yeah, let's go, let's do this, or we're just chilling. No, it's kind of like a steady pace moving forward with a particular situation here. Let's see. In the recent past, the Page of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the High Priestess. Okay, following your intuition here when it came to a particular situation. Feeling really good about it for the most part, but definitely trying to stay on track with your intuition when it came to this one. In the current situation, the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Death card. It's looking like something is heading in the direction of it's not going to work out. It's something you're investing in, something you're putting your energy into, and it's looking like it's a done deal. Almost. You're not there yet, but it's getting very close into that space of you recognizing that, yeah, this isn't working out. In the immediate future, the Queen of Swords, the Devil, the Seven of Pentacles. I mean, you're trying to get to the bottom of what makes this not work out, in the sense of you're showing me something unhealthy tied up to it, and then you're not just giving up on it, being like, oh, it's unhealthy. You're kind of like, oh, okay, let me see what I can do about it. Not necessarily trying to fix it, but looking into the energy of unhealthy, which could benefit you, actually, because if it's something that you were part of and it was unhealthy, the unhealthy part belonged to you as well, you know? So, okay. Let's see here. Let's clarify. Let me do the Page of Swords. The Ten of Cups, the Hangman, the Eight of Wands. So ultimately, I mean, you're doing the best you can. I don't see you shooting for one thing in particular. I see kind of an overall, you know, I'm living my life. I'm trying my best to just live as honestly and openly as possible, you know? So kind of like serving you at this time in the sense of I'm open to anything anyone has to offer. If there's anything out there, I'm open to give in the directions that feel good to me. So it's kind of a steady, positive, great energy, if you ask me. You're just not overdoing it, or, you know, not giving too much of that. You're kind of there, grounded, good in this energy, especially when it comes to you giving at this time. You're coming from a good place, but never rushing, really. You know, you're not jumping into things just because they feel good in the moment and things like that. You're coming from a pretty grounded place here. This is good. This is a great energy. Let me do the Page of Cups in the recent past. The Ace of Pentacles, the Temperance card, the Moon. Okay, so jumping into something here, still not rushing. It's kind of like the initial phase of whatever you're getting yourself into here, you know, and it feels good to you. It feels like, oh, this looks right. This feels right. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, I don't know what that is yet. For the Ace of Swords, you get the Five of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. Really not rushing, and this keeps on being emphasized here, you know, the whole aspect of no matter how good it feels, you're like, but initially you are being ran by fear there in this. So a lot of your not rushing into things here, especially at that time, comes from I'm scared that I'm gonna fuck it up, or I'm scared that it's not gonna work out, so I better not rush into things. But being ran by fear, you know, in this movement towards whatever this was. Now, the Page of Pentacles does indicate that you are spotting this fear, that you're aware that, okay, I'm scared too. You know, maybe that's why I'm moving at a steady pace here. Let's do the High Priestess. The Hierophant, the Seven of Cups, the Sun. The direction is good though. Your intuition comes in and tells you this is the right path. You're on the right path with this one. So I don't even know what you're pursuing there. You're definitely pursuing something where it feels good to you. There's also fear involved. That's why you're taking it slow. But the path feels like it's right. And the more you make progress on this path, the more doors open on this path towards happiness, towards good times, towards good stuff here in general. Okay. Let me see the Six of Pentacles in the current situation. The Nine of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Hermit. You're actively working on something, and whatever this is feels like it's kind of running its course. Either something is changing within whatever this energy is, or it just goes in a completely different direction. There's definitely a change of course here for the situation, and deep down, when I look within you there, energetically speaking, I see you acknowledging that, being like, okay, it's almost time, you know, to get to that place of, this felt good for as long as I invested in it, but now it's changing course. Okay, so it could be one, an ending to a situation where you're going in a completely different direction, or a shift that is so drastic that it's going to make the whole situation look very, very different from here on out. Let's do the Eight of Pentacles. You get the Ace of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, the Two of Swords. That's where, that's the energy that was missing. I'm like, something's missing in here, because every time we encounter, and that goes for everyone, every time we encounter change, there's that little panic mode activation kind of a thing attached to things where, you know, it could present in very different ways for all of us, but usually there's a little bit of like something's changing. Doesn't matter if the change is for the better or not. There's always that, okay, things are changing here, or they're going away. So in your case, you're showing me a sense of acknowledging that, okay, there's a change of course here, whatever that means, whether something is ending or just changing directions. And you're kind of like, your initial response to it, your initial reaction to it is, oh, let's fix it, as if it's broken. You know, as if someone broke it and now that's why it's changing, because we need to fix it. Not necessarily, because a lot of overthinking is going to start showing up from this perspective. If you take this as, oh, it's changing because it's broken, then you're going to have to deal with a lot of overthinking over it. And I don't think anything's broken here. I think it's just whatever this energy is, it ran its course. It needs change, or it needs complete change of direction, you know? Who knows? But it's not because something is broken. Absolutely not. Not from the energies that I'm seeing being put in here. For the Death card, you get the Six of Cups, the Tower, the Nine of Wands. It's very difficult because this energy doesn't only include you. I see a soul connection attached to this one. So it's not only about you. It's almost like, well, I have to take into consideration whoever is at the other end of this. So, okay. And that's where it becomes even more difficult to deal with the shift that's at play here. Let me do the Queen of Swords in the immediate future, the Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles. You definitely have it clear in your mind. So let's say whatever this is has already changed to something else. You have it clear in your mind as this change happened, how things are going to look from here on out. You know, you're giving me a sense of, okay, so this is how it's going to be. Okay. Now, let me do the Devil. The Three of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Chariot. Okay, so initially you're showing up with this energy of knowing, a little bit controlling, a little bit, well, this is how I say it's going to be from now on. Initially. Some time passes here from what I can see, and you start sitting with this energy and realizing, hold on, did I just take charge of this whole situation and made it be this way, or is this the natural course of it? So initially, this is shown up a little bit controlling as an energy, and then after giving it some time and thought, you're definitely allowing for the universe to step in and for the natural organic energies to play out when it comes to the change, to see where it takes you, to see where it's like, oh, okay, that's what feels natural for this. Okay, let's go in that direction. Rather than, oh, things are changing. Okay, well, they're going to go there in that direction. While the energies that are at change, they're like, but we want to go here. And you're not in tune with the energies that want to go there because you're like, no, they got to go there. I don't give a shit. Now that's controlling. When you stop in your tracks there and you pay attention to how the energies flow here and how the universe is guiding the energies to flow for the situation, you're like, oh, the energies want, okay, let's go that way with the energies. Let's see what happens, and it feels more natural. It feels more in flow rather than you, okay, left, right here, everybody, okay, I thought so. I'm like, okay, that's a pretty bold step in being like, okay, I have it clear. I know what's up. And then the devil right next to it. Okay, but you're recognizing that. That's good. For the 7 of Pentacles, you get the 4 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Wands. It's not going to be that easy, though. Yeah, I made it look easy here, where you're like, okay, initially you're showing up controlling, and then you kind of allow for the energies to flow, and then you go with that flow. It's not going to be that easy. I wish it would be that easy, where you're just like, no. You're looking to have a little bit of a hard time here, adjusting to the fact that, oh, hold on, I was a little bit controlling here. It's a little, because we got to take into consideration that whatever this is, you've put effort into, you've worked on it, there's history there. It's going to be very, very challenging to accept that, okay, things might change completely here, or just taking it as completely closed off, and what do I do with that? Like, how do I completely close this off and take this into a completely different direction than what it was? What's up with the history? Did I work for nothing? You could take it as that. You could start with looking at this like, no, you didn't work for nothing. You worked to build towards where you need to go, ultimately. This was not all for nothing. You didn't lose anything here. Without this, you probably wouldn't have gotten to where you need to go, ultimately, So, of course, there's a lot of challenging kinds of energies at play where you would have a hard time adjusting to the change. And that's going to be through you trying to take control and then realizing, oh, that's not healthy, that's not good. Let me just kind of flow with things. Let's see where they go. And then kind of coming back, kind of in and out, fighting with the energy of change over this. So it's not going to be too easy here. Eventually, I see you pulling through and just, because I see you have the ability to just flow with the change eventually. But you're going to give yourself a little bit of a hard time about it too. So, let's see what the universe has. The 8 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, the King of Pentacles. Yeah, it belongs to the material a lot from what I got initially, and now it's kind of a confirmation from the universe too. So it could be tied up to something you're working on physically, as in a project you got going on, or whatever belongs to the material, to your own sense of stability. When that happens, the energies are more grounded and harder to fall into when change is at place over energies that are so grounded. You look to be upset. You're not dealing necessarily well with this change. And And when you're not dealing well with it, it might disconnect you from your heart. And if you're disconnected from your heart, you're not necessarily going to feel into the flow of where this needs to go. You know, even if this is cut off completely out of your life, there's a massive change at play anyway, regardless of how this shows up. Whether cut off completely or just change of course here, doesn't matter. Change is change. And it's coming over an energy that's been instilled and in place for so long that it's going to be very hard to deal with. And I see you having a hard time with it. And you might let it take you into that place where you completely disconnect from your heart. You're going to need your heart available with this one so that you can feel your way into the change. You know, without your heart here, it's going to make it even harder to deal with. And it's hard to begin with. You don't want it even harder. You know, so pay attention to how your discontent here over the change is actually shutting your heart down. You don't need that. You need your heart with you. So that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.